Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is White Note and I proudly present Global Gamers Lounge. Quality of our content is higher than Donald Trump wall. Today's video is all about Homestory Cup 14, aLive vs Zest.
Back up, and they're like, oh, okay.
They did. They scuttled off. It's so adorable.
All right, guys, get those tweets out to the Twitter and to the internet to let everybody know that Homestory Cup 14, day 4 is underway. He's opening incredibly aggressive. Double gas, one base. He's trying to avoid this Reaper from going in, obviously, because he's got something to hide, Jeff. Zest
Proxy Stargate. We've seen Proxy Robo, I believe it was from him in the TY series, to open the series yesterday. And that was really cool. Proxy Disruptor. And obviously aLive is aware of that and saw that. So I'm a little bit interested to see what his read is. We saw the bunker on the high ground and at the top levels. This is what happens if you open Reaper. You're going to get Pylon Rush.
TODO charge is activated. Definitely a couple of SCVs will fall. A good focus fight there by Zest as well, getting a couple of kills guaranteed. And this is, of course, just the beginning. The Oracle is out and it's going to make its way to the main base. And Jeff, the Oracle, it just kills workers so fast.
It kills them so fast. It's just so good at this. And here we go, churning it through. What is the response, though? There is going to be a Cyclone coming out that can handle the Oracle.
I think this is going to be a very short game.
Yeah.
Because there is a second Oracle follow-up as well. We saw some Oracle Madness of Patience yesterday, right? Against TY on New Gettysburg. That just kind of ended the game as well, even though the game went on for a little bit longer. Zest he's dropping an NA Nexus over here, and he did so much work. He's sending everything back just to deal with this Reaper. Doesn't want to end up losing too many probes. Has no energy on this Oracle, though.
Yeah, but whatever. He's like, yeah, go ahead and get a couple of kills, and then you're done.
Man, I'm so surprised he didn't send the second Oracle and then the Oracle after. I mean, he can still do it, obviously. He's still building Oracles, so he's going to show up with 3 Oracles soon. If he's got energy on all of them, there is not a single Widow Mine out. And yeah, Cyclone is good against 1 Oracle. But
even 2, but that's the thing. The 3 Oracles actually just wreck this, and that's what's crazy about it. It's an evolution of the meta. They know that you're going to get a Cyclone, and a single Cyclone will absolutely annihilate an Oracle, but if you keep making Oracles, you can run it over.
The funny thing about this is that there is 9 army supply against 18, but he feels like the 9 is just going to wreck the 18.
Well, double Cyclone might help a little bit. Good reaction there now by aLive, as he's able to, well, at least make the best of that 1 Cyclone, but it does end up falling. Now, the other one is a little bit out of position. All the Marines are out of position as well, and it's going to be a real SCV massacre.
Can you believe
I've
the
never
balls on these guys to move back in there against an Oracle? Like you talked about the thick marble, but this is next level, Jeff.
Lock on!
Didn't have it.
I know, it was still on cooldown. Got aLive. It would have been kind of gnarly if he would have flown in that Widow Mine, but that's not happening. Now these Marines getting picked up as well. 1 Oracle does end up falling, but there is just not much for aLive. I mean, he does have that Cyclone, he does still have the bunker, but he's taking some terrible, terrible damage.
Terrible damage. Good bait there. Gets the Marines out. I mean, honestly, they should have been chasing 2 Oracles anyways. It was kind of a close fight. I think he was trying to bait him towards the Cyclone. Didn't work out. Loses some Marines, but I got to say, aLive could very well lose in the next, like, 10 seconds. But I thought he actually did a pretty good job bouncing back, actually.
Is that another 1 HP Oracle? We've had a couple of that this weekend. Maybe not 8.
6.
1 more hit. I guess that's all that matters. As aLive is not only just losing a lot of SCVs and losing depots, he's losing more mining time as well. Stim is getting close to finishing up though, but how many... That's kind of unfortunate. It's in the main base right now, so he's going to end up losing a few more SCVs.
Yeah, he agrees with you. He's like, that's kind of unfortunate.
The thing about it, like, he'll attack, he'll hit the timing when he's going to have enough. Like, even now, I didn't even think he had enough. He didn't have Blink yet, and he was already pressuring like a madman and doing a ton of damage.
One of the best micro players in this game is also giving us fear.
He's a little bit out of position though. The Robo was very exposed and does get sniped immediately, but of course his army of Zest is still pretty damn strong, but he does have to be a little bit careful. I mean, with the adapts, couple of force fields, Guardian Shield. He has Potent Overcharge as well. He's got a lot of gateway.
aLive is very Molder heavy, which is good against this many Stalkers, and he's managed to hang in this game very well. Like I was going to point out, like the supply was pretty even,
now
given all things.
I mean, he's wiping in a few more units. He really needs this. Mothership Core does fall. Robo Bay almost finishing up. But he doesn't have a robotics facility anymore, actually. I like this drop a lot more because he's moving out with the army as well. So he's distracting Zest a little bit. Zest's reaction time is still pretty damn good.
Amazing. I love the lift there, though, by the way.
He's gonna...
And then he just puts it back down and kills 1.
He's switching targets. He's waiting. This is so good. aLive. You saw that? I love it.
That is really cool.
So much lost mining time. That's really cool. These probes, meanwhile, were looking at each other like, Who's the one that's gonna fall? Is it you or me? It's like tick, tick, tick. That's funny.
Beep, boop. Now his army looks kind of small though. Losing that drop did hurt him.
I don't know. I don't think it's a very good time to fight here. Only a couple Liberators, no Vikings against 2 Colossi. Thermalness finishes exactly as the fight begins.
If
but
he would have
Zest cannot
blinked up
chase.
that ramp, my God.
On top of the ramp, it's obviously still a different ball game with the Widowmine there.
I
as
would
well.
have, Jeff.
We all would have.
Todd's like, you don't expect this, do you?
And right after that, we go to Twitter, guys. God, Darren.
Liberators are bullshit. He's got to be
That's
careful.
one thing I've seen throughout the entire weekend. That's indeed been incredibly good. These guys open up with an Oracle, and at minute 17, it's still alive, dropping stasis traps and everything like that.
So good.
And my Oracle, once it goes in, it never comes
Not
home.
coming back, bro.
No. It's always a one-way ticket to the Terran base, and just take with you whatever you can.
Painted on the side of his like 5 or 6 kills and die.
I mean, it's funny because it's super true. Like, my Oracles never make it back.
All right, Liberator does get pushed off here. Again, very close in supply in both respects, but Zest finds purchase. He's going to push up here.
Well. A lot of force fields available in this one sentry. That's going to make it very hard. And aLive's going to pull some old school SCVs. It's going to be careful.
Only the 2 sentries, but more than enough for a couple of really
He's got a lot of
force fields.
energy on them, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Like 1 Guardian Shield and then easily 6 or 7 force fields.
Love keeping that army illuminated. Being active, the Liberators. This one's not going to be as successful. Okay.
Madavac's taking a break.
Thank you.
2 mind over here with the Liberators as well.
There's starting to be a decent amount of Vikings, but it still feels like it's not enough to deal with this Colossi. It's go time, I think.
Yep, that's going to be very careful here. That's a very good position.
Oh, he forward! Why?
That's a sick position for the Vikings as well. They're getting so much free damage.
Don't run. Accept it.
Force fields?
The like force field philosophy right now. Not force field, excuse me, the blink philosophy. He's like Terran army, mostly Marauders, blink forward.
Well, I mean, he did get a couple of Vikings. He's getting more Vikings now. I think this is a much better fight for Zest. The upgrade's really shining through as well as he's cleaning up.
Look at the health on the Colossus. Look at the health on the Colossus. You know what aLive did? He A-moved the Vikings.
He shot at multiple a couple times.
Yeah, he just A-moved him. So that like all the individual Vikings like sprinkled the Colossus.
Hey,
You don't have shields anymore.
But that was a really good blink this time, you know, by Zest. That was a very good blink, good positioning on the right side, far away from the Marauders and right below the Vikings. Couldn't really have been much better.
Yeah, aLive realized he can't go home and fight, so he's going to try to counter-attack here with the units he already had on the map. I like that.
Yeah,
He's going to
it's
run
his
into
best chance.
7 DTs.
But there'll be DTs forever and Photon Overcharge there. But you're right, you're not wrong, Todd. It's his best chance, but it's just over now.
He's channeling his inner Polt. That's old school Polt. Lose a fight, get a Nexus. How does he do it?
Still making Vikings.
Oh my God.
No Medevacs. Oh, they'll be everywhere.
Yeah.
Just the next 38 supply of Zest is Dark Templar, by the way.
aLive really brought this game back somehow, but now, like with these last fights, I think, he needed more Vikings and he needed target fire on this Colossi. Like, just one volley them one by one.
Shouldn't forget about the upgrades either, though. Like, Zest has been double forged for a long time. +3 attack, I believe, +2 armor, or
I think he had a 2 upgrade advantage in the
2-3, yeah, you're correct. Because it was 2-1 for aLive and 3-2 for Zest.
Which is huge. I don't like the number of stocks he had, but finding that angle and getting right underneath the Vikings the second time. As you pointed out, the first one he was potentially catastrophic. He picked up the Vikings and back out of there, and the second time he fought, the Vikings being poorly controlled. He picked them up immediately, and then there's nothing that could touch the Colossus.
aLive's going to pull the SCVs as he really wants to make a final hold over here, but he's lost all his bases, lost most of his economy, and I don't really see him win this fight, even though he does get 2 Colossus early on, but the Stalker count is just too high. GG. Zest takes a 1-0 lead.
New Gettysburg, hopefully you guys all watched BlizzCon, and if you did, you know very well how this map functions. Tasteless explained it. Easy went 3CC. That is the Squirtle timing. It's like, well, I just stop making anything but Colossus and Stalkers and go after sentries. No.
Yes, that's true. There was even a meme
They'd
about that.
throw up all the force fields
On the
and
Reddit.
then their army would just melt. And they'd go,
Five
this
or
very Homestory Cup.
Yeah, like after 5 or 6. Sorry? Oh, and he's apparently also the admin. He's arranging the casters, I guess, as well. He's doing map vetoes. He's doing a little bit of everything. So.
This is very Homestory Cup.
Yep, shout it.
Dennis, like, I was going to pay you in cheese pizza, but I'm thinking about making it a pepperoni.
Because you've done so well. You get 2 toppings instead of 1. I think this is mostly for Archons at first, but no, actually he does. Wonder if it's going to be in time. Now I know it's super over. Can we take a look at the unit's lost resource? I feel like this has been the least deadly game so far in Homestory Cup.
It's up there.
A couple of Marines.
But here we go. Now, watch for the Vikings, audience. Does he target down the Colossus or just A-move them?
What's Viking to Colossus count exactly? I'm gonna have access to it myself.
It's right there.
14 against 4. Yeah, like I think that's decent.
Yep.
Nothing wrong
Yep.
with that.
Too many more Vikings and you're overproduced.
He can attack move as well with this.
Get
EMP.
the EMPs. EMP!
In the middle of the Adept army, that would be sick. The ghost actually just died, but he does land a couple of decent EMPs.
Focus fire. No, he's actually A-moving. Never mind.
It's fine, the Colossus will go down super fast, and now the Vikings can land. Storms are gonna land on a lot of this bio. Is there enough left over here?
Yeah.
So, but it's mostly Stalkers. Okay, more Adepts coming in
Oh,
from
no.
the
Now
south
it's the
side.
Adept.
Yeah. Well, now it's safe to say that Zest is in a phenomenal position as he's on 5 bases. Look at that one Archon. It's so ballsy. There's no HP at all.
Don't care.
Yeah, he's like, I'm in the front, boys. Stalkers blink forward. That Archon is absolutely going to fall, but needless to say, that's not mattering that much for Zest.
He got storm on time.
You know what's so different is we used to see those fights, and it was a warping of like 20 Zealots that would come in, but you could kite back against Zealots. Now with Adepts, you don't get to kite nearly as well against them because you're going to take damage, especially if it's Marines low health from being stimmed or from the storm. So it just feels like the Colossus tech really puts Terran in a very tough choice, specifically in Legacy of the Void.
It's pretty sick that like aLive made
The way back, wait for them to all be dead and then re-engage. It would have been better. But he's gonna go for multiple drops here to try and come back in this game, hoping that Zest doesn't split right. And Zest gonna go for the base trade here.
There's a good chance we're going to see these islands expands coming into play.
I hope so.
There are islands here, right?
Oh yeah, 2 of them with blockers. This is what's so hard about. Well, he gets all the storms off. That was looking really bad, but then he just dislodged and killed that. But man, it's so hard to base trade against the Terran, not just because they can float, but also because Liberators are kings in this situation.
I mean, the drop in the main base pretty much got shot down. There is not that much left.
Yeah.
Stalkers are going to be able to clean it up.
It's not gonna be much of a base trade after all.
But he's holding on. If he can turtle us up, get a couple of good drops, there's a chance.
Yeah, no mothership core available. A couple of these Adepts that are being wiped in are going to get picked off immediately. +3.
Get the +3.
Yeah, that's something. Maybe get a robotics facility. That's nice. It's all nice, but obviously he still needs to do a little bit more because his army of Zest is monstrous. So does he have a couple of Liberators, like any defensive Liberators?
Yeah, he's got a bunch.
Okay.
He's being attacked at his 3rd, though. This Adepts, man, again, they're so tough in all phases of the game, but they can just get right past the defenses.
Yeah, especially when the depot is lowered. I mean, if the depot wasn't lowered, it would have been a little bit harder for them to get in. Zest is going to step into a lot of these liberation zones.
He's just testing.
Yeah.
He's like, all right.
Yeah, they still shoot.
They are paying attention. Well, fair enough.
Terrible damage. Good job by aLive, of course, sniping that 5th phase.
Oh, he's gonna cover his retreat.
He's running into swarms.
He's gonna cover his retreat with Liberators, try and get in there to snipe the Colossus deck.
Oh my God.
That's a couple of dead probes there. I feel like that could have been a little bit worse. It's
Zest
really...
thinks he's got to go. No, he's going to back out.
Does he have anything coming out of the main? He's wiping in 10 Stalkers. I guess he wiped those in the
Yeah, I
main.
think Zest has to fight.
Yeah. Oh, that's actually good. He's getting a lot of these medevacts. Zest is going to go for it.
And here we go. He gets a good surround. Does start shooting down the Liberators, but this is the best trade you could hope for if you're alive.
Wow, look at the supplies.
He's
aLive.
actually up in supply. Gets another Colossus that comes out of there.
That's so sick. It really felt aLive was super
Fourth
dead.
down.
I think it's going to get cancelled or
Wow.
killed.
He's not only gonna snipe that and pull back, but even drop in the main.
Feedbacks. Doesn't get the job done. The Zealots are not going to save the day either.
This drop's gonna be super annoying. He's gonna kill all the
Yeah.
units that are there with ease, and now he's going for the Robo again. He keeps on
That's the last roll.
canceling these Colossus or potential Colossus production there could be.
Kind of surprised he didn't shoot the pylons.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what he's going to do real soon, though. He's going to be able to unpower the majority of the gateways here, but...
Oh, he gets out just in time.
aLive
aLive is
is
very
a
good at
beast.
dropping, by the way.
Yeah.
Very good at dropping.
Well, these cannons are in a little bit of trouble as well. See if Zest can maybe save it with a couple of defensive bar pins. He's going to try.
And good catch by our observer, by the way, seeing that 5th base, I guess you would call it, even though it's the natural floated over there. All of a sudden, Zest is like, well, if I can't get over there with a DT or something, this game is leaving me behind. He's significantly behind at this point in time.
Yeah, it's really funny as well that he invested that much into Stargates, even got the fleet beacon. I guess he's super worried about Liberator range, advanced ballistics, but it's not happening yet. And I kind of feel that Zest could have used those resources a little differently.
Yeah, but I understand it too. This map with range, I mean any map honestly, but Liberators with range, because he's having a tough time getting even Stalkers out.
The problem is, will these Templars get in range? As aLive has done a pretty good job so far in making
They
sure.
don't have the energy yet on one of them.
Poor probe.
And I think aLive just might
big.
power through these fights.
Yeah. Good EMP there as well. He actually gets those 4 High Templars. Now, there are definitely not that many storms remaining. Maybe 1 or 2 somewhere, but just can't step into these liberation zones. First 2 Templars are out, but
Wow.
it's too late. GG aLive with a pretty sick comeback.
You like their TVP?
How would Tasteless explain this map?
Oh, you talk about, well, okay, so there's all kinds of fun stuff about this map, but first, of course, what you really have to key in on is those pathways behind the
10
towers.
feet every, like, 30 seconds.
Yeah, so no accident will happen at this speed.
Well, if you roll into someone's Rolls Royce in the back, it can still be kind of expensive, though.
This is pretty bad, but a good foot turn overcharge will
Oh.
shut down most of this.
One more shot would have been so sick for that one Hellion. Doesn't get it. Adapt, it's gonna shut this Hellion down, not for 1 probe.
Womp. Oh.
Goes down.
Is that the noise of the Adept now? Whoa.
Yeah. It wasn't ready. You didn't see that? It was sick. I had like.
How did that happen exactly?
So I had a rough.
7-0.
Yeah, I was like, oh, hey man, nice.
Hey, we're
to
gonna
meet
be
you.
best friends. What
You're
do you
my
think the
favorite.
reaction was gonna be?
Yeah.
I love that.
He's like, it just sounded a lot better in my mind. He's like, in my mind, we were gonna laugh about it. Very serious push. Very hard to break. He's gonna blink into 2 liberation zones and a Widow Mine. That almost never goes well.
And it still continues to not go well.
Mothership Core is here as well.
I don't know about pursuing. That foot turn overcharge is going to, well, never mind. Those were just bad Colossus.
Up this last Colossus.
Gets it.
Leaves the Marauders behind. aLive did lose a lot of bio, but obviously reinforcements are on the way. It is 2 base Terrans still, though.
Well,
Who's Liberators on this map are ungodly. The chasm behind that natural is so brutal. He does pick up a drop over there, though. It gets the Widow Mine before it could burrow.
His Widowman defense this game is actually quite sick. Well,
Oh.
God, I'm done.
noise.
I'm literally done. There's an entire army standing there. That's ridiculous. All right, aLive's gonna sing up this round against.
Oh my God! I
That
love
was
it.
perfect.
So,
Oh my god.
The observer's not even looking at it. He pans.
whoa, how on earth?
Oh, you know what I like about it too? All right, so here's the exchange. We'll let this play out.
It's actually.
She's microing incredibly. Whoa!
That was a good hold by Zest.
It is super good hold, Kevin. You're right. If these Vikings could just bring it down. Nope. All right. So
Cities
anyway,
have fallen so far in this
it's literally
game.
only made 51. So
And as we say that,
Yep. Well, not anymore. The first SVs will go down.
like that 30 SCVs dead.
yeah. Good move by Zest.
Yep.
Just
Meanwhile,
something
he's
you're
also
saying is
being
missing.
active with his army in the middle of the map, but it's still going to be very hard
What
to
is
go up
he
this
doing?
ramp.
What are you-
Colossus in front.
Holy shit! He blinked up that.
And there's still a couple of liberation zones. I'm not sure what the Stalkers
What
are shooting at.
are you doing?
He's getting a couple of Vikings, but
He traded. He got rid of like a lot of.
It wasn't
An
as
army
bad
of
as I thought it was
liberators,
going to be. I'll tell you that right now.
well, I
Well,
mean, he is down like 25 army supplies. So
It was just here's Todd though. He's right.
Yep.
And this is going to hurt a lot. By the way, he lost his SCVs.
Oh, is it
I'm not
alive?
sure he
Getting
even
desperate.
remade them.
He's gonna engage.
Yep.
I don't think he remade SCVs.
EMPs.
107.
Feedback. Pros being pulled.
This time it's pre-storm, by the way. It does land a good EMP. That should just be an Archon right now. The Liberator's just going to siege up over here. What are these ghosts doing? They're running in so far.
They were impeded.
But
Are they still over there?
Yeah, they got it. They actually got it. Well, so where did the Liberators just
Where
go
are the
now?
Liberators?
Yeah, where? They should have been staged up. Interesting blink there all the way to the south side, as far away from the Vikings as possible.
Oh
These
my
storms
God.
from the south side were pretty sick. Zest is actually doing a pretty good job. The Colossus do fall, though.
The
Very
storm
scrappy fight.
saved his butt.
Yep.
I mean, this is the big deal.
Orbital command.
No, I think he's dead. He just won't be able to get reinforcements out there.
I mean, 3-3 in the production tab for this. Like,
And
it's
DTs
pretty
are so
golden.
sick as well in these super scrappy games. I mean, that was awesome. Sick, sick. That was such a funny way that the fight started. No. Repair. Okay,
Is he?
repair.
He was
Yeah.
repairing, but he's dead.
Observer does fall.
Oh no, he's got a.
You gotta
No,
be.
I don't know.
Adepts coming in from both sides.
Yeah,
the
storm,
Lander
there's storm.
Viking
Oh my God.
Rip.
Beautiful storms, and I mean that actually.
following it up with feedbacks as well. GG. Zest wins on King Sejong.
It actually has. I agree with you though. Like I said, what you said wasn't dumb or something.
No,
It's just the timing of it was
I know, it was
hilarious.
perfect most of the
Yeah.
time. And also, such a massive difference. It's so funny to compare.
You're right.
Different day and age.
Reaper's going to get in here and see a very safe opening from Zest, or it's
Wow,
going
that
to
Reaper.
die.
Where the Adept is almost done as well. He
He's-
could have used like, if I don't jump down there, Photon
Yeah,
overcharge.
awesome if you catch a third Nexus.
I like how aggressive aLive is as well with the tank, just going forward. This is getting very awkward now, I think, for Zest, because he has units on the other side.
I think he did that on purpose to cut off
Yeah.
reinforcements, actually.
But it also makes, I think, defending a little bit harder.
It's a bold choice, Cotton. I like the scan there.
Yep.
But with
There's-
just the one pylon, actually, he almost wants to consider jumping. No, he doesn't like that there's stalkers behind him. I think that's a cool move because like he doesn't know how many gateways are behind this. So if like 4 adepts come shading in, the multiple angles means that he just kind of dies there. I like him backing off.
Yep,
That's
halfway
smart.
across the map. And then the Liberator shows up. Photon overcharge is going to shut this down rather quickly, though. No.
Yeah.
It does. aLive. I go via the south side or I go via the north side. Widowmine drop into the main base.
Surprise!
No reaction this time now. This is what happens in all our games.
That feels like
Surprised by that.
very- yeah, I guess he respects Liberators and tanks. He has done a good job of buying time for himself. Is he attacking just before range? And the glaive? What the hell is going on? Does he have enough to win this fight?
I mean, Guardian
I guess
Shield.
he does.
Yeah, Guardian Shield is really good. He saw an opportunity there for the Stalkers.
Yeah, because the position was good.
Yep.
He was just up the ramp barely here for aLive, so he was basically everything got hit by the Colossus, range or not. And
Legend.
Now the big concern, by the way,
Widowmines, careful.
no third CC for aLive. So with that attack getting blunted, I feel like he's just so far behind.
Yeah, Zest should be careful here. I mean, obviously he's in a good position, but he really does not have to do this. Even though he's just going to go up again, forward, blink. A couple of these Stalkers are very exposed. Does clean up a lot of the Terran units, but he has no reinforcement point. This is so risky. He sees there's no
Yeah.
CC. Zest, you really don't have to be here at all.
He's getting that memo too. He's
Yeah.
like, what? You already expanded. Go back home.
Oh, that. And
I
the
don't
Viking count is very
know.
low, so the Marauders really need to get in a good position. That's another aggressive blink by Zest. Guardian Shield being popped. Not that many sentries here.
Good
Good
spread.
concave by aLive, I'd say. Does he have enough though? I mean, the Colossus still pushing out quite a bit of damage. There's no Adepts left, so other than these Immortals, really nothing is going to tank anymore. And I think that Zest is going to have to retreat, because this army is made out of paper.
yeah, he's losing all of his Colossi here, but not many Marauders are going to be left over with very few hit points.
But then the adapts.
But
you
I
gotta
mean,
back up.
go back to the mines, let's
Pick
say,
up.
right?
Just
Yeah.
pick up. Pick
Yeah.
up. Pick up. Pick up. Pick up. Pick
Just
up.
wait a little bit. That was a good trade, obviously, for aLive, because he took care of all the
Friendly
expensive
fire!
units. He's going to pick it up. Oh my god, that would be so sick.
Where have we seen that? That was one of the
4
coolest.
GG against
Yeah, I know.
Stefano.
One of the best moments ever.
Yeah, I loved it as well.
Polish, of course, like, what about me? Kill me too.
I really want to die, guys.
Ask and you shall receive.
You know, this is terrible. And
Wow.
now this base, I mean, yes, I could not have been more wrong.
Super dead.
And then it swings the other way too. Friendly fire just smashes,
He
kills
just never
everything right
stops.
there.
You're like, he won, he won, he won, he won.
The scan over here. This gas is on the fire as well. I mean, it's still rough against these adepts, but obviously aLive is going to have a lot of reinforcements making their way across the map.
If you could hit a couple of those Artosis pylons, it'd be pretty sick too. Like, go ahead, shoot that one.
Yeah, actually, especially since the unit count here for Zest is very low, it feels like he's barely hanging in there by the skin of his teeth.
Wow,
but
that's nice as well with the
Oh,
reinforcements.
and there, watch. No way he stays in here. He's like, I don't want to deal with Liberators. Let's go to the next one.
I'm going to stay in my freedom zones. These Dark Templars are doing some serious
Yeah.
work, though.
does he not hear it? Or?
Yeah, he's got like 2 or 3 scans. I like that setup.
3 of those gates being unpowered for this long, by the way. Oh, if he goes for the Robo.
Look how low health that army is too.
Yep, more Dark Templars being wiped in. He does have scans though, so he can absolutely scan. There we go. Widowmine does a little bit of friendly fire. It's gonna. This is so close, man. I mean, I
Does
still think.
Liberators are set up or no?
Move the Liberators.
Yep, they are. One Liberator does get picked off. He's gonna go back to the logo again. I mean, if aLive just gets this base, meanwhile Dark Templar killing SCVs on the other side of the map. aLive should really kill the Nexus instead of these gases. Because I think if you kill the Nexus, then even if you don't win the game straight up here, then it's still
Yeah.
fine and doable.
He's going to get it.
Yep.
And I think the DT is being chased off at the third.
It's a lot of adepts
No,
there.
not at all.
Liberator does get picked up with the Stalkers is shooting at his own gas. Sentry does get picked up there. I mean, aLive is playing sick right now. He's just going back and forth, making it so hard
Did you
to
make the
possess.
Robo in the exact same spot
Yeah.
for it to die?
There's the Artosis pylon. Shout out to Dan Simkoski.
If he was watching, he's not anymore, Jeff.
He will.
He can deal with one Artosis joke, but 3 of them in one game.
Many.
That's
I like
it.
the Marauder drop to save the medevac. That's
Is there any Observer?
Yeah, it's a sick place. Look at the game.
Oh, yes,
30
no Observer, and there's a bunch of mines all over the place.
34 against
GG.
GG. Wow.
aLive brings it back.
Wow.
aLive is alive!
Laser.
I don't think so. You think so?
Yeah, I told it many times on my
You think
stream.
people get that reference?
The,
Oh, it was on your
Ro8.
stream? Well, if it's Nathaniel's stream, maybe.
Yeah, we do see the Stargate, but it's not super early because we know Zest is expanding, but that's not something that aLive knows, you know, downstairs. And I think Phoenix is very good against one-base pushes. This is something that aLive has to know as well. So he's going to be careful. You know, losing a Phoenix would be very painful, but yeah, Phoenix is just awesome. You can lift the tanks, and then the Adepts can just shade in, take care of the Marines. Obviously, Phoenix is good against Liberators as well. Can chip away at Metavacs. I think Phoenix is indeed an awesome opening.
To just immediately go for the reinforcements, because those Marines right there, not that scary by themselves.
I don't like this fight that much by Zest. He really should have gone back because he doesn't have Cyclones. Just losing the Adepts is not that bad. If he would have lost the Phoenix, it gets very bad.
No.
But yeah, that was just a gift. Those 3 Adepts, that was not enough for
This
Zest.
will make the highlight reel. I love him cutting off reinforcements. I don't like him taking the fight. He should have shaded away from that and pushed towards the Terran base.
Yeah.
So the most that he's fighting is, he's getting hit by a tank, but whatever, he's killing the Cyclones.
Like fighting against Phoenixes is very hard.
He's doing the Puma. He's pretending he's going to go into macro, but the next wave is going to hit.
He's going to live one of the Cyclones. That's a ballsy move as well. Cyclone's a little bit tanky, and he's not going to get it.
Spends energy, the Cyclone can just get repaired.
Like, I don't mind aLive going home because obviously respect it, and he can always go for it. This is going to be very hard. You know what would be really sick? A fleet beacon, but I know he doesn't have the gas for it. But Tempest would be incredibly deadly against this entire army. He's just going to go for it. He doesn't want to wait until the bunkers are done. Might be the best move. That's a lot of Adepts.
Dominates the fight, just jumps right on top of it, gets away from the Liberator there, and is able to just really trip down this forest. I mean, like you said, it's 2 base versus 1. Now, keep in mind, this is the same as last night. Like, even if, well, this is just going great for him, but the Phoenixes are untouched.
Yep, that was good. He didn't want to waste time. I mean, if the bunkers would have finished up, this would have been so much harder. But Zest just absolutely crushes this push. And I don't see any other way than him
just
advancing.
like against TY.
And it's a really good...
Thanks for watching and stay tuned for next videos.